crafty friends, this is Julissa of Paper Gems by Jules, and I wanted to make a quick card. Well, it probably wasn't that quick just because my craft room is an absolute disaster, but I wanted to make this fun card featuring the new You're the Bee's Knees background by Angie Blom, and I didn't use the sentiment, but I love the floral arrangement around this the stamp. So what I did is something a little different than what I normally do because I love to color, but I just practiced this technique at an event this weekend that I had such a great time at. So what I'm starting with is first I put in some resistance powder when you're going to do heat embossing or embossing powders, and I am stamping with distressed oxides. Now distressed oxides are not the best for heat embossing, but they do work for, you know, to some extent. And what I was really trying to do is just seal this line, seal the lines on this border before I do ink blending. So again, that's what I just did, that quick little blink. I love editing for that. I wish I could edit the time that it takes for me to find my supplies when I'm creating. Anywho, so now I'm using these little mini blenders and I'm using distress ink. So not the oxide, but the regular distress ink. And I am using, it is, I believe, Victorian Velvet, which is like a pretty, like rustic vintage kind of pink, but it's supposed to be in the purple world. Either way, I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was a nice little vintage vibe that I was going for. So that's what's happening here. So I'm taking, so the lines are sealed in with clear embossing powder. I did that off camera. And now I am taking distress ink and going all the way around. And the great thing about this is that it really is easy. So if you are not a good colorer, I don't know if that's a word, colorer. Oh well, correct me if I'm wrong if you feel the need to. But if you don't color well and you're not into it or you're insecure about it, this is an easy way to add color to your cards, to florals without feeling the pressure. So in this background also, there are little bees. So how do I color the bees when I just colored everything pink? All right, let's bring on our next color. So I am using scattered straw, another kind of vintage yellow. So I'm putting that in the center of the flowers that you can see the centers. Again, no pressure. Like I'm not really overthinking it. I'm not trying to stay within any sort of lines. It's just a rough, soft kind of blend. Okay. And then I'm going to use that same yellow for the bees. So I'm just kind of making sure I got all the creatures. And now I just wanted to add another little level of vintage. So I'm going to use Vintage Photo. Yep, told you. Craft room is an absolute mess, so I have to find the colors. This I'm just going to use on the edges because I just want to create a little bit of a shadow vignette kind of look, but I didn't want to go too dark. Might have been cool with like a little bit of a richer purple. Next time, okay? Next time. Either way, I thought this was cool because it kind of brings in the yellow a little bit too, and I'm just softening up the edges on with the pink in the middle. All right. Didn't want to use the sentiment, but I do think it's adorable and it fits in, and Unity leaves the red rubber in the middle so that if you wanted to place it perfectly, you can. But when in doubt with your edges, when in doubt, splatter it out. So here I am taking distress spray paint, I think it is, or shoot, where is it? Hold on. It's somewhere. I know I have a bottle somewhere, but it's a mess. My desk is a mess. Oh, here. Distress spray stain in picket fence. So this is the white one. So I used that and then I dried that. And now I am coming with the classic Heart of Autumn. If you don't have this stamp set, please add it to your cart. You must have it. It is phenomenal. And when you get it, don't forget to get the coordinating dies. So in this, they have the word happy. So what I wanted to do is I'm going to have a little bee from this background. I'm going to fussy cut it out and we'll get to that. And then it's going to say be happy. Cute, right? So cute. I thought it was cute. All right. So I stamped this out with Versaclear. This is going to be like my new favorite Versaclear color. It is called Fallen Leaves. I could not find it in many stores, but I did, and I'll make sure to have a link at somewhere below for you to find it. But I love it because it's a really, really, really dark brown, but not like a bold brown, so it's more subtle. Anyway, so this was bold white, and I have all these colors in the background, so then I started to add ink to that happy, just to soften things up. But I also, before we get to that, let's talk about the bee. We need the bee. So how do I get this little bee from this big old background stamp? Easy. You only stamp what you need. So I found the bee. So I'm going to put the piece of paper, because I'm trying to find a piece of paper that is underneath the Misty. Thank you very much. Desk is a mess. Okay, I started there, but then I realized, no, it's over in this corner. Okay, so now we're going to use Copic friendly ink. Okay, yeah, I'd rather use tape because it is a background stamp, and everywhere I had my magnet, it hit the rubber stamp, hit the magnet, and then it wasn't going to stamp properly. Anyway, so I'm just going to ink that one spot. So I'm just using the corner of this inker and getting the ink on the bee and pressing into it, and that's pretty much it. But I'm going to leave everything where it is, so that way I can re-stamp it with that favorite new VersaFine ink, VersaFine Clair ink. VersaFine Clair ink is not Copic friendly, so you don't want to stamp with that and then color with your Copics. You will destroy your Copics. So I use a Copic friendly ink, like Ink on 3, and then once I'm done, I'm risky. See how I'm taping it down, because this is the risk factor. I re-stamp it. It's crazy. And do I mess up? So often. But when I don't, I love it. So now I'm fussy cutting the bee out. I am not doing the legs. I am not doing the antennas. This is going to be a very, very, very simple bee. It will not take flight, but it will be happy. Okay. So I am cutting this out slowly but surely. And I've already die cut the happy. I am going to add some simple foam squares behind it and pop this up. I think everything after this is pretty much self-explanatory. So I'll let you listen to some music. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I would love and appreciate if you like and subscribe. And until next time, happy crafting.